morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're listening to this. This is Tanks and Tutties, brought to you by Tubbs and Frankie, that is. My apologies. Before we get into this, couple quick things. So we're currently recording at 6:22, Monday, August 1st. As you know, the trade deadline is rapidly approaching. We've had a lot of bombs today we got to discuss. If there's any while we are recording, we got Frankie keeping an eye. He's going to give me a signal, and you're going to hear, ah, ah. That means we have a trade alert. We're going to drop everything we're talking about, and we're going to get right into that trade. Another disclaimer. As you know, there was a trade that hurt my fellow co-host here. So we're drinking today in honor of that person. We'll get to that later.
Pouring on for the homies.
So if you hear a beer crack, don't be alarmed. It's just Tubbs grabbing another one. So Frankie's got a tall boy. That should tide him over for the show, but I'm drinking 12s. So today we got our locks and long shots. NFL. Tubbs has a little rant. MLB. Lots of MLB news.
When don't you have a rant?
This is the last one for one particular team and the first of many for another. So I'm probably going to have one every week, to be honest with you. But then we're going to hit you with the Grit Award of the Week. Great nominees this week and a very funny winner. And then we've got our All Star Ballot of signs you know you're a degenerate. Stay tuned for that.
We know a lot about this one.
Then we're going to hit the wrap up. I got a question for Frankie as usual. So let's get into it. How was your weekend?
I didn't do particularly much. It was nice to have just a nice relaxing weekend, sipped a couple beers here and there, played some MLB The Show, watched the Brewers have a nice weekend series until Sunday, but nice and relaxing, and yeah, it was nice.
I had the typical weekend. No bars this weekend for me, however. Went out to my parents' cottage, did some day drinking. It's a funny story, actually. I was day drinking on Saturday. We were swimming. I was tanning, playing bags, and then it was dinner time, so I go in, took a quick shower, and then we're sitting there, and I fall asleep on the couch because I had quite a few out in the sun, and you know how that works when you're getting hot, and the liquor just comes out of you. And while I'm asleep, I was shirtless. And my family decided to put an ice cube in my belly button, thinking it would wake me up since dinner was ready. And, of course, it didn't wake me up. So I woke up with a pool of water in my belly button. So safe to say, I thought it was sweat right away. And I was very concerned about my health. But turned out it was
damn, my belly button sweats.
This is a lot more than normal, But no, it's okay. It was just an ice cube. And then nice meal there. Came home Sunday. Got ready for the show. It's going to be a great show. I'm so excited here. Let's hop right into it.
Probably the most excited I've been for one yet.
Locks and long shots. Tubbs is on a little bit of a skid. I just want you guys to know I'm always bad with MLB. I don't know how I started so well. One of them was me drinking, which would be a lock every week if I could do that, but I'm not. I'm here for it. Almost got the push. It ended up being Braves money line, sorry. And it was 0-0 going to the bottom of the fifth, and Charlie Bum Morton decided to give up 5, so our bet lost. The push would have been nice. 3-3-1 sounds a lot better than 3-4. But this week, we're going to take the Mariners money line on Wednesday versus the Yankees. We got Castillo in his first start in Seattle, and you got the cheating bum Garrett Cole on the other side. Now, Castillo, he's been electric, and Seattle has been hot. I think this is going to be plus odds because it's in New York. And we're gonna hammer the shit out of it.
Oh, it's absolutely gonna be plus odds.
Yep, and we're gonna hammer it. We're gonna go 4-4, but I'm just telling you guys.
Plus
wait for football season.
He's back.
Wait for football season. I love football, and we're gonna hit some bets there. Long shots. We're still waiting to hear Soto traded. I have a feeling we will hear it before tomorrow. Was it tomorrow at 6 is the deadline?
Something like that. Yeah.
With all these moves happening and people gaining prospects, I think somebody's gonna make a run at Soto. I think so. So we're hoping to go 2-2 there with Soto. My long shot for this week, though, which we will find out before tomorrow, I have Joey Gallo going to the Brewers. You guys may have seen, in the past hour, I think I've sent out 5 tweets saying Gallo to the Brewers.
Yeah, I do not endorse the tweets of my fellow co-host here. I mean, here's the thing. Gallo is at his absolute worst right now. So, I mean, could it be that bad buying a man at his absolute worst and probably giving up next to nothing for him? No. But do I want Joey Gallo in his absolute worst? Absolutely fucking not.
Right. I mean, give him Urias. What are you losing there? Nothing. Urias.
Luis fucking Urias is
Yeah, I mean, he's young, so you
No.
can get Gallo
Nope.
for him. Gallo hits
Nope.
tanks.
No.
All right.
Absolutely off the table.
Completely satire. I want you all to know I do know MLB, and I know Urias is good, and he's young, and I know Gallo is bad. It's just very funny that it came out that the Brewers are interested in one of the worst hitters in baseball.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah. What do you got this week for locks?
So I'm actually going to stick off of locks this week. I said I was going to take a break this week, and then I didn't. So I'm going to take a break on the show for locks. Things have been getting weird in the MLB. It's the trade deadline. For all I know, I could take something and they could trade away their best hitter, and then my lock is absolutely just in the shithole. So I'm going to stick off of the locks, and I'm just going to stick to the fun ones with the long shots because that's what everybody really wants to hear. I did get a win on my lock last week, so I moved to 3-2. I just wanted to point that out. Burns did get the win against the Twins. We won 10-4. Tellez hit 2 bombs, Rowdy. So, yeah, Burns got the W there. But for my long shot this week, I'm going to go with 3 trades. 3+ trades are going to happen during this recording. So, it's going to be a quick one. Nobody else is going to get on it. It's not anything you can get on the books or anything. But trade deadline is getting close. Trades are heating up here. I think we're going to get a lot of movement here tonight, and I think a lot of them are going to happen here while we record in the next hour. So let's hope.
I like it. Rosenthal just tweeted, Astros are pushing to acquire Red Sox catcher Vasquez, so keep an eye on that one.
I just saw that it got finalized, or they're finalizing a deal, so.
Oh, can't count it till we see it official, though.
Yeah, it was from Passan, so that's almost.
Okay. All right, let's hop into NFL real quick. You had Julio to the Bucks. Nothing special there. He's washed.
Okay, you keep saying that he's washed.
I think he's going to be good until, Godwin comes back. Once Godwin's back, he's a third-string receiver.
It kind of depends.
Godwin and Evans are always 1 and 2.
It kind of depends because I think if Brady forms a good connection with him, he could take over for Godwin.
I mean, look at what happened with Antonio Brown. He had 1 good week, and then he quit.
That's true. But here's the thing. Julio doesn't have the attitude and the personality that AB does, so he'll be a little bit more relaxed on the field. You also have to look. Julio was one of the best receivers in the league, if not the best receiver in the league, when he was playing in the prime of Matt Ryan. Then he goes to Tennessee, and he plays with Ryan Tannehill, who's a check-down king. Now he's going to Tampa, who also has the check-down king, Tom Brady. And, I don't know. I think there's potential there for him to be really good. But we could also see that he's aged and he could be a wash. So, it's kind of a wait-and-see thing. I think he'll be better than most people think, but I don't know.
Time will tell. Also, quick announcement. Frankie and I decided I got an invite to join a fantasy league. The buy-in was pretty steep, and I thought, this would be pretty sweet if Frankie and I co-managed the team for the pod. So we decided to split the buy-in, and we're going to be co-managing that team this fall. We'll have a segment each week on, we'll do how we did in the draft. Each week we'll do, how did our guys do, and we're probably going to win the league. So
I think based off our team name, we have to draft a certain quarterback.
Yep. So the team name is settled. It's the Book of More Moms. Our picture is Zach Wilson, looking very sexy. I believe he's in a suit, and we will be drafting Zach Wilson. It might be early, and if we don't get him, we'll trade for him. So
absolutely.
It's not a keeper league; it's a redraft league. So we'll probably keep doing it if it's fun, and I expect to win. So
100%. Also, two brains. Two brains versus
exactly. 2 brains that know a good amount of football, and one that does really well in every one of his fantasy leagues. That's me. I can teach you some things.
Whoa. Hey.
I also think it'll be interesting. I think there's going to be some disagreements, and we'll definitely air those on the pod, with especially like weekly 100%. Pickups and who to drop, and let's do this trade. No, that trade sucks, and it'll be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
We also got news that Deshaun Watson was suspended for 6 games.
Yeah, so I have to ask.
That brings up the question:
is gambling worse than sexual assault? That's basically what the NFL said today.
In the NFL, exactly. In the NFL's eyes, they're just like, yep, How dare you gamble when you're hurt and you just bet on your team to win? But, hey, go ahead and get 24 counts of sexual assault.
This is like Pete Rose, but in the NFL.
Well, didn't Pete Rose throw games?
No, he was betting on the Reds to win when they were so bad.
So there was an interesting tweet. It says, Kelvin Ridley, 17 games betting. Vontaze Burfict, 12 games targeting. I thought that was steep. I mean, it was a bad hit, but everything's fast when you're on the football field, you know. And then you had DeAndre Hopkins, 6 games PEDs. He claims he didn't know that it was illegal, blah, 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 whatever. Martavis Bryant, indefinitely for smoking weed when weed is legal damn near everywhere. You had Josh Gordon, 25-plus games for weed. Then you had Darren Waller, 16 games substance abuse. That was actually a dude, he was able to go to rehab, and it was good, and now he's amazing with the Raiders, but that's another story. And then you got Deshaun Watson, 6 games. Sorry, it's 25 sexual assault allegations.
Yeah, I don't know,
crazy,
man.
Crazy world we live in.
Well, the thing was, everybody was like, oh, it's going to be indefinite, like year-long suspension. Like, we're not going to see him till next year. And then it comes out that it's 6 games. Like, that's not even half the year. I don't know. Like,
no, it's literally,
I get
it's a third.
that there was just a lot of
weeks,
like,
it's a third.
Yeah, I get that. Like, he wasn't proven guilty or whatever, but just that many counts and all you give is 6 games. That just doesn't. Something doesn't add up there.
You're saying a lot there. Saying a lot.
I don't know.
Also, Tom Brady got. What did Tom Brady get?
4
for allegedly deflating footballs.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah.
Come on, NFL,
I also want to take
together,
back
man.
my take on Pete Rose. He was betting on the Reds to lose, but he also put up like career best stats the year that he was betting on them to lose. He just knew the team was so bad that he'd bet on them to lose.
Gotcha. Well, and it's different with Ridley. He was hurt, and he was betting on the Falcons to win. He made
it wasn't like it was anything.
Bet.
Yeah, it wasn't like it was anything that he could do to help or hurt the chances of that team. He was out.
Exactly. But I get it. You got to nip it in the bud, especially with, betting so popular. Like, what if every player starts to bet, and then it starts to slip through that people are throwing games? And I get it, but if you give him a year and you only give Deshaun Watson for committing an actual crime, I don't know.
Yeah.
So that's enough of that.
We did get our first official trade of the pod. Christian Vasquez is officially going to the Astros. It didn't come from John Heyman, or it came from John Heyman. But yeah, first one.
Interesting.
One down, 2 to go.
There's one though. Hey,
we should just drag this show out until I hit it.
We're not even a quarter way through, right? 3-hour recording.
And looks like we're wrapping up the episode. Three trades.
Yeah. Quick rant from me here, okay? I've never really paid attention to Lions training camp videos, but holy fuck, is this team gonna be electric? You got Dan Campbell doing up downs with the team. You got Jamal Williams dancing on the sidelines. You got Sewell pancaking people. And did you see the videos of Sewell and Hutchinson go against each other?
I did not. I don't really pay attention to the lines.
Like, dude, Sewell will get fucking blown by one time, but then the next play, he's throwing Hutchinson on his back. Like, they are just evenly matched, and that's going to be so good going into the season because Sewell's going to be great and Hutchinson's going to be great. We're going to be gelling. We're going to be so good. I think we win at least 8 games. That's going to be a long shot on the next episode for me.
You should not join your father in the fucking psych ward.
No, so I was talking to my roommate about this today. Here's what happens. He does it earlier. I have to see the videos and stuff, but I've never been this excited. I'm just excited for football in general. We have football this month. There's a college football game at the end.
Yep. 4 weeks until college football.
I'm over the fucking moon happy. I can't wait. I've missed football.
For a Saturday afternoon, sitting on my couch, waiting for my $5 plus 13,000 parlay to hit as I have every game on the slate parlayed together.
Yep.
Man.
Doing nothing, waiting for the pizza to arrive. That's number 2 already. Wow. Go ahead and announce it.
Ken Rosenthal just tweeted, the Reds have traded outfielder Tommy Pham. Sources tell The Athletic, team not yet known.
Oh, a mystery trade. We love those. We'll keep you
swear
updated.
to fucking God, if it's the Brewers, I'm going to shoot something.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Nah, they're
I
not
love
going to
it.
trade in
I love
division.
it.
We don't need Tommy
I
Pham.
love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
2 down. Way to go.
Tubbs, very excited for football. We can't fucking wait. The podcast is going to get 10 times better just because football, it's just so shortened that the hype is higher, I think. I think MLB hype gets there around September, October, but football's just hype all year because it's so much shorter.
18 weeks versus 162 games over 6 months.
Well, and I'm a Michigan fan. We're going to be really fucking good this year. The Lions might be good. Hey, week 3, I might have a Tigers situation where I give up because I had the same hype for the Tigers this year. We'll have another rant on that later. But let's hop into the fun stuff. MLB. Tell me about it.
It's been a sad day, like we said.
The Brewers traded the best closer in the fucking league. Not even the best closer, the best reliever. Oh, my God. What the fuck are they doing?
It's been
what
a
the fuck are they
sad
doing?
day. Yeah. It's been a very sad day.
Let me read the fans the notes in our spreadsheet.
Okay.
No.
Go ahead.
Says I put hater traded all caps. And then Frankie came in. He said, "I am very sad and currently ready to drink." Then he sends me a Snapchat at like 4:45. He had a beer at his desk at work, so he wasn't lying there. And then he says, "It actually makes sense, just not ready for it." And then he says, "SD Ruiz is sick." And then he says, "Soto to the Brewers confirmed. Daddy Stearns is, in quotes, very active on the phones." So let me walk you through what I see.
Soto's a Brewer. You might as well just put that down right now.
This happens with every fucking trade. That anytime your team makes a trade, this is what happens. You get pissed off. You're like, why would we fucking do that? Then you go into defendant mode and you find any way you fucking can. And that was very easy to see on Brewers Twitter today, because on our podcast account we've got a bunch of Brewers, and at first it's just, oh my God, what is he doing? Hater's gone. Oh my God. Then it goes into, oh hey, now Devin Williams is the closer. Get it? Yeah, that's good. And then, oh, Taylor Rogers can be the setup. And then it comes out, oh, Taylor Rogers actually sucks right now. So then you take another step back. But then you look into the prospects and, oh, SD Ruiz is actually kind of sick. It's a roller coaster of emotions, and that's why we love it.
So here's my whole statement on this. I get trading Hader. You know, he's been with the team for 6 years, and everybody knew we were going to trade him. Most people thought it was going to be after this year in the winter here. But I mean, trading him now, you're probably going to get more value than what you would have gotten during the winter, because then it's his walk year. You only get 1 year of Hader instead of basically 2 with Hader. So the value now is more than what you would have gotten in the winter. What sucks about it is we're 100% making a playoff push. We're leading the division. There's no doubt about it. So trading away
playoff push, Josh Hader, the best reliever.
Trading away the league's best relief pitcher during a playoff push just doesn't really sit well. So I'm kind of interested to see where the players take it and how the morale goes. I mean, like I said, I get it. We're a small market team.
I mean,
you got to get everything.
At least you traded away a racist person, right? I mean, everybody saw those tweets. He's a racist.
No.
And he's a what's the term? Oh God, why can't I think of it? A racist for sure, but a homophobe.
Bigot?
There you go.
Yep.
Oh yeah, also a bigot. Yep. All the bad things Josh Hader just is. He's a very good baseball player, but there's a lot of baggage with that guy.
I mean, it
was a tough look when he came back.
It really sucked because
from his break, and these racist tweets came out, and the Brewers fans cheered. That's a tough look.
It was also when he was like 10. It's different.
He wasn't 10 when he tweeted those. He was like 21.
No, he wasn't.
Doesn't matter. Let's move on. We're going off on a tangent here.
I get it.
Let me tell you,
the Brewers. I mean, small market team.
Side.
Well, let me finish mine as the Brewers fan.
Yeah, you go ahead.
As a small market team, David Stearns said, you have to get as many bites out of the apple as you can, and I feel like we probably got as much out of it as we could. I mean, we got 6 years of the league's best closer without, without losing
he wasn't
too much
the league's
in
best closer for 6 years, though.
Okay, probably 4.
I would agree with that. Just want to put it out there.
I mean, we got a pretty good haul back for him. So everybody's saying, like, oh, Taylor Rogers is not good. No, Taylor Rogers has just been in a slump for the last 6 weeks, 5 weeks, whatever. News break, Josh Hader's also been bad for the last 4 weeks. And not to go stat heavy on you or anything, but
No, please don't go stat heavy.
no, it's just one stat.
Okay.
Taylor Rogers. So I don't know if you know what FIP is. It's fielder independent pitching. It's basically
Sounds like another stupid stat that means
no.
nothing.
It's like your ERA, but if you take out like errors from fielders and stuff like that. So everybody
it's a
was
fucking
like,
dumb stat.
no, it's not, because it's saying like if you have a bad defense behind you, your ERA is going to look shitty.
I bet
But
you the Tigers pitchers have a great FIP.
Probably. But so Taylor Rogers had an ERA of like 8.5 over the last 5 weeks or whatever. His FIP is 1.21. So if that tells you anything, like he's an all-star closer. He's got the second most saves behind Josh Hader in the NL. And he's got a FIP in the 1.2 area. Like that's, I mean, almost an even trade. Like obviously Josh Hader is better than Taylor Rogers. But then on top of it, you got a bullpen relief pitcher that we needed. You get outfielders in SD Ruiz, who has stolen 40 bases in 77 games in the minors this year.
I thought it was
While
60.
also hitting over maybe it was 60. While also hitting over 300 with 13 home runs. Like this guy's probably going to slide right into our outfield, be a starter, and then we get a prospect pitcher who's going to make it up in a couple of years and be an absolute stud, because that's the way that Brewers pitching prospects go.
Here's my piece. I don't think it's possible to win in this league as a small market team.
Probably not.
Because
Nationals
if you look
did,
at
though.
the winners, the Nationals did it, but that was kind of like I don't know, that was weird. And you also had Soto, who's a fucking monster, and you had Rendon, and they still had Scherzer. So I think that's different. But you can't get the best player in the fucking one of the best players in the league and just dump him. If you want to make a playoff push, you keep him, and you know that come playoff time, this dude's gonna hit another level, and he's gonna fucking save us a bunch of games.
Well,
now, yes, Devin Williams has been great. Like I see both sides, and that's why it's a very interesting trade, because I feel like both teams won.
Did you
And maybe
forget about
3-4 years down the line, the Brewers end up winning the trade. Maybe Hader goes to the Padres and sucks or whatever, but eventually you got to suck it up and fucking pay some money, because that's what wins championships these days. And it's what I wish the Tigers would do. It's what I wish the Pistons would do. It's what I wish the Red Wings would do. Hockey's different. That's a bad point. But they got to fucking spend some fucking money. And they'll realize it eventually, and they'll find a way to get some fucking money. But I don't think the Brewers have a chance without spending fucking money.
Well, so two things. I've gone through my stages of grief here a little bit. And, you know, they always say, like, the first one is denial. And I was like, dude, what the fuck? We did not do that. Like, there's no way we traded Hader. That can't be real. And then I went through the anger, and I was like, this is just absolutely stupid. Why are we selling when we're in a playoff hunt? And then I kind of went to the bargaining, and I was like, you know what? We're getting Taylor Rogers back. Like, this isn't so bad. And then I just went through the deep depression. I was like, dude, we literally had Josh Hader for 6 years. He was great. And best reliever for the last 4 years, whatever. Now I'm kind of coming to acceptance because, like you said, we still do have Devin Williams, who, mind you, went through a 30-inning streak without giving up a run earlier this year. And I don't know, man. David Stearns, we have to trust in him because he's done this before. We're like, what is he doing? And then something happens, and we're like, holy shit, like he did it. So maybe Stearns saw something in Hader and was like, hey, you know what? Now's the time to get rid of him. And also, I don't know if you remember the Nationals playoff game with the Brewers where Hader kind of blew that, or the Dodgers series in the playoffs where Hader gave up a home run. I don't know if I remember any of those moments with Taylor Rogers.
We're trying to
We're trying to get somebody who has more playoff experience obviously not quite as good, but pretty close. Like, literally the second best thing right now. I don't know. It hurts.
It's one of those. It's one of those. Time will tell, and fucking, there's nothing you can do about it. But the Brewers need to spend money, and you'll realize it. I'm sure you already realize it. Listen to this.
Yeah, we have a cheap ass fucking owner.
Seeing the Padres give $100 million to Musgrove, Braves give Riley $212 million, and the Dodgers Cardinals heavily pursuing Soto while we just trade a reliever sucks. Yeah,
very true.
I see both sides though. I think the Padres see that they want it, and I think the Brewers see that they want it. You know, the fans, they think something different, but fucking time will tell. We got to move on, or else we could talk about this. This could be one episode talking about this for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's quickly hit the other ones. Benintendi to the Yankees, not really that special. Castillo to the Mariners, however.
That's not nothing to look past though. Like, Benintendi's a pretty good hitter.
Yeah, but he's old.
Yeah, but their outfield is shit without. Like, they have Judge. Giancarlo DHs because he gets injured too much. Who else plays the outfield?
Gallo.
Yeah, he's gone.
Or did they have Gallo at first?
I don't know.
They might have Gallo at first. I don't know. I don't watch the Yankees. I don't fucking like the Yankees. Anyways, Castillo to the Mariners. That was huge. Mariners pick up a great pitcher. Gave up some prospects. What is it, Noel V. Marte? He's a big prospect.
Yeah. Huge prospect.
But Mariners, they're making a push. They see what their team's fucking doing.
I love the Mariners.
J-Rod.
I really want to see them
team.
in the playoffs.
They're by definition a small market team, correct?
Yeah.
That would suck if they won a ship before the Brewers did, don't you think?
Yeah. That would really suck.
I don't think baseball is as much farm system anymore. I think it's farm them up, get them to a point where you can trade for somebody who's rigid and fucking run with it. And
well, it depends.
I think we're going to see a lot more of that.
It really depends, because there are some teams out there that will do that, where they get the prospects, they grow them, and then they're like, you know what, let's ship them so we don't have to worry about anything in the future.
The Dodgers are the number one example of that. They farm these guys up, and they always have these great prospects. And
Yankees too.
They did it with Trey Turner. The Yankees have done it, yes.
A lot of your big teams like that are those
Mookie,
teams.
Or did they sign Mookie? Fuck, I forgot. That's the other thing. They got money and they're fucking trading their farm system. Like, the Dodgers have it all. What I would give to be a Dodgers fan, oh, wait, I wouldn't, because then I'd be a stuck-up little prick. So I'd rather be a fan of a bad team than a good team. That wasn't a shot at anyone in specific. He pisses me off sometimes, but he's not a stuck-up little prick. He's just, it's annoying that he has success, honestly. That's it. That's what it is. Because none of my teams have had success in years. Yeah. So I'm just jealous. That's literally all it is. Love you, Javi. You also had Montas to the Yankees.
And Lou Trevino.
Huge.
So Montas is going to slide right into that rotation and basically become...
He's going to be two.
Well, Garrett Cole.
I mean, who else do they have?
Severino's
better
injured.
than Herman. He's better than Severino. Could be two.
Montgomery.
Huge for my fantasy baseball team. If anybody was wondering, I have Castillo and Montes, and now they both.
Yeah, it was a good week for you. Good week.
This is gonna be fucking great, man. And hey, the first place person in the division, he's in a slide right now. So now's the time to fucking make a push.
What do you want for Castillo? I'll give you Bieber straight up for Castillo.
Not a fucking chance. Didn't I offer you that a couple weeks ago, and you turned it down?
No. No.
All of a sudden, he gets some fucking run support, and all of a sudden, you want him. I've had a lot of people inquiring about him, actually. I've had 3 people hit me up.
I'll give you Mike Trout.
For Castillo, straight up?
Well, no, you'd have to throw in a pick, too. But.
Oh, yeah. I'll give you a 6th-round pick.
No. Anyways.
Mancini just recently went to the Astros. That was huge. I didn't
it was a
even
weird
see that
trade. Coming.
Yeah, I knew they were. I knew the Orioles were trying to get rid of him, but I don't really see why the Astros went after him.
The Astros just kind of have.
Where are they going to put him?
I think he'll probably slide in. Yeah, outfield. He'll slide into the outfield a little bit. He does play outfield.
Especially with Brantley hurt. He can definitely fill in for Brantley for now.
Yep, and then, I mean, he can play first. He can play the corner outfield positions. He can DH, so he's got a little bit of versatility there. And then Siri, not Apple Siri, but Jose Siri went to the Rays, which is insignificant. But then it allowed the Rays to DFA Brett Phillips. Sadness.
And Vasquez just got traded to the Astros.
Yep.
And Tommy Pham is going somewhere. They still haven't announced where he's going. That's crazy.
No, I know. They just said he's getting traded.
Man, I'm on pins and needles, man. See if you hit this fucking long shot.
Imagine being Tommy Pham and he's just like, hey, I got traded. Like, where are we moving to? It's like, I don't know. I'm not sure
we don't know
but...
yet. We'll let you know. I just realized that I gave you all this shit about the Brewers trading Hader, and I'm just like, what if the Tigers trade Skubal or Torque and I wouldn't
or
know
JD Martinez or Justin Verlander.
Whoa! We're not talking about the past. We're not talking about the past. I'm talking about current.
Hader's the past.
Fuck off.
Hader's the past
today.
now.
It's current. It's current until tomorrow. Yeah, no, I mean, all those trades had to happen, though. Fucking, we weren't going to do anything. Like, it's different because the Brewers are winning. Dude, we traded JD when we were in last place in the Central. We traded Verlander when we were in the middle of a rebuild. It's just unfortunate that the rebuild has never ended. You know what? Great segue. I fucking am so fed up with the Detroit Tigers. Another rant part 2. I'm so fucking fed up with Al Avila's bitch ass and this rebuild that is going on for 7 years. It's fucking killing me mentally. I'm so fed up with, this is the year. I feel like the last 2 years have been the fucking year. Last year we had that great May and Baду was special and blah, 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 Eric Haas, whatever, and then we sucked again. This year, I get all excited. We go out and get Rodriguez. We go out and get Meadows. We got Riley Green. We got Torque. And we got Baez. Oh, my God. And we're fucking awful. We are trash. Baez has the most errors in the league. Our pitching is fucking, it used to be decent, but now they're all fucking injured because apparently our team doctor is worse than Larry Nassar and he just wants everybody to get fucking hurt.
Whoa.
And I'm so fed up with it, though. I stopped watching the games. I used to always throw it on or watch the highlights just so I could talk to you guys on the show about it. But no, we're fucking garbage. We are so bad. There's no end in sight for this fucking rebuild. And I'm about to become a fucking free agent. God, I'm sweating right now because I'm so fucking amped up.
Well, and then, like, you look at the teams that, Tommy Pham to the Red Sox. That's where
Red Sox, nice.
Yeah.
But, like, look at the other teams that have been stuck in this perpetual rebuild.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
You look at the Orioles. They're
both
awesome.
Tweet. You look at the tweet. 2017 record. Phillies were 66 and 96. Orioles 75 87. Mariners 78 84. Blue Jays 76 86. White Sox 67 and 95. Giants 64 and 98. Mets 70 and 92. Braves 72 and 90. Tigers 64 and 98. That was in 2017. Only one of those teams is MLB still bad.
Teams. Yeah, you listed all possible playoff teams. And, like, look at the teams you listed, too. I would give anything to have a reason to root for the Orioles, root for the Blue Jays, root for the Mariners, the Braves. Fucking, like, they all figured it out. The Braves won a World Series last year. The Orioles are finally, like, the Orioles were right there with us. It was like, okay, at least we're not, like, the most stupid
So, one thing that
in the league.
Popped into my mind when I read that was, one of the things that popped into my mind when I read that was, the Tigers need to build a new stadium. Because, like, the park is just not helping the hitters. So that's the thing. The park is not helping the hitters, which you would think would make the pitchers good. But the pitchers haven't been good either, so it's not the park. So what is it then?
Well, and the other thing, too, is, like, in those early months, you're in Michigan, so it's cold. There's no fucking home runs. There's nothing. There's no pop off the bat. Like, oh, my God, and Al Avila needs to go. When Al Avila is fired, It's a win. It's basically like you just traded for a big prospect or something because that dude is so fucking garbage. And you finally got a decent manager who cares in AJ Hinch. Yeah, the cheating scandal, whatever. He was smashing monitors. I don't care. He didn't fucking contribute to that.
Yeah, he was trying to stop
And you got fun guys like Baez is fun. Riley Green is awesome. Torque was going to be great. You went out and made a trade for Meadows. But when you sit back and you look at it and you finally calm down and the hype goes away, Meadows wasn't that big of a pickup. You had one good year, and you just gave up your future third baseman. And look at your third baseman now. Jeimer Candelario sucks. I wish. Nope, I can't say that because that's a terrible thing to say. But I wish public humiliation, wink, wink, was still legal. So Al Avila could be publicly humiliated in Detroit out in front of Tiger Stadium. If you catch my drift. Public humiliation. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
I hate that motherfucker. I hate him. He's the worst GM in the league by far. It's not even fucking close. I don't know. Okay, we need to move on because my pits are sweaty now. I'm amped up. I think I have a hernia from that conversation. I don't know how that's possible.
Well,
Brett Phillips got DFA'd.
Yeah, I already mentioned that.
You know who else got DFA'd? Derek Hill. Why are we DFAing anybody on this team right now? Derek Hill was fun. He makes sick catches. He's fast. He steals bases, and you just DFA'd him.
Fun doesn't get
nice
you
guy
wins.
too. Nice guy too. Takes pictures with the fans. Fucking God, dude. And then I feel like and then Cabrera's gonna be gone, and that's gonna be sad. But it's not gonna be sad because he's just stealing money from this organization. He's old. He's a very decent hitter, but he's not fast. He can't play every day because he's old. I fucking love the guy, but he's gotta go. Please retire after this year, Miguel. If you hear this, I love you. Please send merch. I got your rookie card. I don't know, man. You just gotta go though. You are old. Hang him up.
Who was it last week? Who did you wish was listening last week, and now this week it's Miguel?
Was it KD last week?
No, I don't remember.
There was a week with KD.
Yeah.
All right. Fucking A, I'm fucking amped up right now, man. I want to run through a wall. Let's go back to the fucking Lions. They posted a training camp video, and I was ready to run through a fucking wall. No remorse. So fucking 1 month, man, and I can forget about the Tigers because right now all I have is the Tigers. Pistons might be good too. We're young. That'll probably be another letdown though. I don't care. Fuck the Tigers, man. I'm done with them. I want to hop on the Blue Jays, but that feels like it's a fucking bandwagon.
No, I wouldn't say it's
pretty close to Detroit though. Different division.
I don't think. I mean, I'd probably say you're a bandwagon just because ditching one team, but.
Oh man, I can't ditch them because I love them, but fuck, man, they are so boring. And now you want to trade Scooble? Let's move on. Grid Award of the Week. You want to?
Yeah.
You say the nominees. I need a break.
All right. So first nomination goes to myself for doing absolutely nothing all day on Saturday, but I managed to get off the couch to go drink Saturday night. That was pretty gritty of me to just lie around and do nothing and then get up and go drink. We also have a nomination going out to Kyler Murray. He made it a week under his new contract, which had a clause in it that said he needed to study for 4 hours a day. So he made it a week with studying, and then he got it voided. So very gritty to go at least a week of studying.
It's kind of like, did you ever see that Malcolm in the Middle episode where the older brother is teaching Malcolm that if you don't want to do anything, be bad at it, so the dad takes over?
I did not.
Okay, well, that's a thing. So it was kind of funny, how pretend you're bad at something, you don't have to do it. I feel like Kyler Murray just sat back as the national media blasted the Cardinals for this dumb clause, and then they're like, oh, let's get rid of it. And now Kyler gets to fucking play video games.
True.
Did you see the stat that he when a new Call of Duty comes out, he's just fucking, he drops off a cliff?
Yeah, remind me. Can you set a reminder actually in your phone? Whenever week 1 of football is, I want you to remind me to hammer the Cardinals. And then let's see, when does the new COD usually come out?
First or second week of November. So you're looking probably
last week of October.
Let's say week 9.
Okay, last week of October. Can you set another reminder to say stop hammering the Cardinals?
Will do.
All right, good.
That's gonna be around the time they get D-Hop back, though.
It doesn't matter.
Got the reminder in there for you.
Good.
Who's our third nominee this week?
Third nominee goes out to Hassan Whiteside. So one of his tweets, I don't know if everybody doesn't know Hassan Whiteside. He's a journeyman in the NBA. He's like 33 years old, I think, when I looked at it. And he tweeted back in 2020 and said, I can't do this for 4 more years. Fuck America, bro. I'm moving to Hawaii. So just pure grit for sticking out America and not moving to Hawaii and, Grit, man. That's grit.
Yeah, I can't even imagine being able to move to Hawaii and get out of the United States, but you chose to stay.
Yeah.
That's grit. That's fucking grit. Who's our winner this week?
Winner goes to, drumroll please, Hassan Whiteside. You're sticking it out in America, man.
That
Congrats.
Was my pick.
That is gritty.
Good for him.
Thank you for staying.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Yes. Man, I would have.
Wow.
If I had that kind of money, I definitely would have moved out of the States to Hawaii because it's definitely not a state of the United States.
No chance. It's not connected.
Nope. That's hilarious that a professional sports athlete tweeted that and thought it was. He probably thought it was so cool too. Like,
hey,
I'm gonna fucking stick it to the man.
They didn't go to school for school, okay?
Yeah, I didn't come here to play school, is what Hassan Whiteside said.
Exactly.
All right, my favorite part of each episode, All Star Ballot time. Who won last week?
This part of
I won, didn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately, this is becoming my least favorite because even though I have the best list every week, I somehow fucking lose. I just need to get some more.
Good list last week.
Mine was so much better.
It's funny too because the week I thought I had the best list, I lost. The drunk things, I thought my list was money, and I lost. And the last two, I was like, man, you had a really good list.
Exactly. The last 2 weeks, you're like, man, your list is so good. And then I lose. Where the hell are my followers, man? Come on.
Also, what % worried are you that we only have probably about 20 more minutes and there hasn't been anything announced?
Oh, I'm not worried.
All
they're
right.
They're on the phones finalizing right now. That's what it is.
I've got the first pick, right?
Yeah. Or do you want to go number generator?
What did we do last week? I went first because I won it, right? Let's just do whoever wins it. And if it keeps being me, we can do number generator. But until I lose, it'll just keep being me. It's
not going to keep being you, but...
Okay. All right. 1-1, we're going... You're a degenerate if you're betting on Russian table tennis at 2 o'clock in the morning.
You motherfucker.
I mean, that's clear number one. I mean, I've done it once, and I actually won my bet, but it's not something you should be doing. And it usually happens when you're drinking, or you're hanging out with your buddy you haven't seen in a while, or you lost a little bit on college football, and you're like, I got to get it back, and you go throw $50 on Dmitry Zagakov out of Russia to fucking beat Vladimir Konstantinov. That was a hockey player, but Russian name.
I was like, what?
That's
a good pick. That's a good pick.
Don't mean to hype myself up. That was a great pick.
That was a great pick. I'm going to go with my 1-1. You're a degenerate when you study the length of the national anthem. I know I personally have done this, so there's one sign that I might be a degenerate. But, the Super Bowl comes around.
Are you a degenerate if you've been killing it the last, 3 years we've won it?
Oh, yeah, but it's just the fact that, you're like, hey, I need to get some action on it, and then you start studying the national anthem. That's kind of... But, yeah,
it's an electric thing to bet when
you get the Super
watching.
Bowl and they release the over-under for national anthem times, and you're just hoping that somebody tweets that practice video on Twitter, and as soon as you get that, you're like, hammer it.
When you get it early, too, and then it goes up, and you've got the over 10 seconds less than what it's at.
And then you can hammer the under, too. So then you get both.
What year was it? I think we were juniors in college, and the practice video came out of... Oh, hang on. What do you got?
It's a small trade, but it is a trade. The Royals are getting Luke Weaver from Arizona for...
Boom. Book it.
Rivera. I don't know who that is. But
Over
Luke Weaver.
3 for the recording. Congratulations.
Luke Weaver's all right. Well,
back to what I was saying. I think we were juniors in college, and we were looking at these props, and we didn't know what to do for the national anthem, and then the video came out of Demi Lovato practicing. Somebody was outside of the stadium, and they said hammer the over, and we hammered it. Oh man, that was a fun Super Bowl too because the cable box
went out. Oh,
and Frankie was on the phone with Charter. And he's talking to the fucking guy about his bets for the fucking Super Bowl.
Well, because I had Patrick Mahomes for the first touchdown. I had Patrick Mahomes' first touchdown score. And as I'm on the phone waiting for Charter to answer, Patrick Mahomes scrambles from the 3-yard line for the first touchdown of the game, and I just started flipping out.
And then the dude picked up.
It was sick. Yeah, he's like, oh, yeah, man, I feel you. He's like, oh, I feel you,
Imagine having to work during the Super Bowl. Oh.
No, he 100% had that on.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's a great pick. Clarification. My second pick is about the Super Bowl. Is that allowed, or are we off the Super Bowl?
Nope, that's fine. Because
All right,
I
I'm
also
actually not
had
gonna
other
take that
Super
yet.
Bowl ones.
I'm not going to take that yet. I'm going to say gambling on a cockfight in Tijuana.
Oh.
Okay? This hasn't happened to me, but I assume that this is peak I'm a degenerate if you are betting on a cockfight in Tijuana. First
Well,
of all,
anything, honestly.
how'd you get to Tijuana? Second of all, you're gambling on something that there's no edge. You have no edge here. All you can look at is, man, this cock's a little bit bigger than the other one. I'm going to take this cock. And then you're talking about taking cocks? Like, that's a little fucked up.
We're talking about chickens, right?
Yes.
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry for the pause there. Yep.
Just
100%. Talking about chickens.
Clarification on that.
Yep. I just randomly thought of that one, and I'm like, if I ever do that, I think it's time to put the phone down and run away. So
Yeah.
if you ever check my location on Snapchat and I'm in Tijuana, give me a call and say, hey man, you good?
Yikes.
And if I'm winning, I'm great. If not, don't call.
Fair. So my next pick, I'm going to go with the middle of October is actually better than Christmas for you. So for those of you who don't know, the middle of October is when all 4 sports align and you get the sports equinox. That is the fucking greatest time of the year because you can bet on every single sport on one day.
That's an interesting concept, though, because you can't beat betting Christmas Day.
Are you kidding me? You have every sport to bet on. When you're a degenerate, you want to bet on everything. You're telling me that the sports equinox is not better
No. That's my favorite time of the year, 100%. When I've got bets on hockey, I've got bets on baseball, I've got bets on football, and I've got some fucking basketball bets. That is awesome. That's also usually my peak time of winning, too. I'm usually locked in at that.
Well, then you make those multi-sport parlays. Oof.
Oh, fuck. Oh, God. That's another reason fall is the best time of the year, no matter what.
Make it 4. Make it 4. It's not a big one. Again, but the White Sox have traded catcher Reese McGuire to the Red Sox. So he's changing socks.
Oh, I like that. That was good. Was that off the dome?
It was straight off the dome.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not gonna take. I'll say it in honorable mentions since I still have 2 picks left, but I've got another one. But yeah, fuck, dude, October. What a good month. What a great month.
It is.
All right, my third pick here. Excuse me. We're gonna go with calling yourself a KBO sharp.
Oh, that's very specific.
Yep. So I've got this friend. He's also actually my co-host. And when sports were done because of COVID, he decided to pick up KBO because it was the only thing going. And he decided to tell me that he was really good at KBO. And his first 4 picks he gave me all lost.
I don't ever remember saying I was a KBO sharp. I was good, but
you probably didn't use the word sharp, but you would not shut up about, bro, I am so good at KBO.
No, you know what I'm actually really good at? EuroLeague basketball.
Shut the fuck. See, this list should, my first pick, second pick, third pick, fourth pick should just be fucking
targeting
Frankie. That's how you know you're a degenerate, when your fucking nickname is Frankie.
All it takes is a little bit of research.
EuroLeague basketball.
Hey, no, okay, EuroLeague is different because they're known for point shaving. So it's easy to be a sharp there.
Yeah, but how do you know which team is going to point shave?
You're
saying you just bet unders?
Yeah,
bet unders?
Literally.
Yeah, but the books probably know they're point shaving if you know.
They didn't.
So you're saying it's 100%
I did it
win
for
rate.
like 2 weeks. No, it wasn't 100%. Because every once in a while they would actually play. But I had a pretty good win rate on EuroLeague basketball unders.
Okay, what's your third pick?
I'm going to go with asking your friends to place bets when you're out of town.
Great pick.
Living in Michigan. Yeah, living in Michigan. It's legal here, but not in every state. So being from Wisconsin, sometimes I go home, and I know there's been at least 2 or 3 times where I go home and I text Tubbs here, and I'm like, "Hey man, going home for the weekend. I can't bet." if I Venmo you some money and I tell you what I want, would you place some bets for me? And he says, dude,
and of course,
I think you got a fucking problem.
I always start it with, you have a problem, but I place the bets. Because I know you're responsible
and I
with
win.
your money. That's why I don't think you're a degenerate yet. You're responsible with your money. Like, if you got big bills coming up, I feel like you don't deposit. You don't deposit often as it is. But I don't know about that one.
I don't know about that one, Jim.
Yeah, no, it's always big amounts too. When you go home, you go hard. Like, I'm
yeah.
Are these your units? And you're like,
I gotta make up for the travel, you know?
yeah. Travel days, man. Crazy.
I can't place them myself, so you know what? Give me 4 units on each.
Exactly. He's like $25 on this, $25 on this. I'm like, Jesus Christ, how much you making? And actually, last time you went home though, you did well.
I did.
You doubled your money actually. You won every bet except for
5-1, something like that.
You won every bet except for one, yeah. And that bet was fucked. I think it was it Ray's money line, and they got walked off in the 9th. I remember because I told you were gonna go 6-0, and then I fucking jinxed it.
The return for that White Sox Red Sox trade is Jake Diekman going to the White Sox, so a reliever for a second, maybe third string catcher.
That's a great name.
Yep.
Great name. All right, last pick. We got to finish strong here. Let's go with the let's get it back talk.
Oh, the chasing.
Yep, chasing, let's get it back. Lots of names for it. For me personally, it's always when I'm at the bar. I'm drinking. Honestly, too, when I have a really bad day, I don't even think about it. It's when you're right there. Like you're down 1 unit, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna get this back, and you put 2 units on something. All of a sudden, you're down 3 units, or like it's gonna lose. So now you're live betting, and it's downhill from there.
I kind of got into that the other day, but I actually won, which was kind of weird. I'm not used to
worst ever
winning live bets, but
my worst ever was I had a Monday off for some reason. I think I had like a doctor's appointment at like 11, so I just took the whole day off. So that Sunday I watched a whole lot of football, and I had a decent day. I was down a unit going into Sunday Night Football, and I am just live betting the fuck out of it. I want to say it was like Seattle, Denver, or something like that. And I had Seattle spread, and Geno Smith was starting, and they were down, and so I'm like, oh, I got to get it back. So I live bet the Seattle spread, which is also a bad idea because if a team's down, you can think, oh, they're going to get it back, but you don't know. And then basically, long story short, I was up late that night because I lost a lot. Then you go hit the casino, and you're like, that's how you know. If you're hitting the casino like blackjack to get it back, luckily I don't do that anymore.
Chasing with casino games is the worst.
It's awesome when it pays off, but when it doesn't work, you can be in a hole. And I went through that phase.
A huge hole.
I went through that phase. What do you got? Last pick. Round us out.
Well, so I'm debating on what I want to go with here, but the thing is they all relate back to me, which doesn't feel great.
Oh. I only had 2 that related to me.
Like 95% of my list relates to me, so I should
time to have a chat.
I should probably get an intervention and hit up Gamblers Anonymous. But,
yep, I'll get that number for you.
I'm gonna go with developing a in quotes system.
I had that on my list.
I have a system for football, and it usually starts hot for the first 6 weeks or so, and then it just crashes. But I do have a system.
Yep.
So
you have a system.
Just trying every type of way to hit a bet.
Or like trends, like, oh, this is up
the trend
5 units in its lifetime, and you're like, I'm gonna hit it, and then you make 5 units, and then all of a sudden you're down 25 units.
That is such a literally Wayne Beef Ellington.
Yeah, fucking god damn it! I don't.
That was a trend. Again. But
we explained that, didn't we?
I don't know if
we fucked up there. Where we fucked up there, we started.
We should explain it in case we didn't already.
Okay, I think we did, but basically Wayne Ellington. It was what was that, senior year? and we were watching Pistons games.
2020?
And no, it was 21 because it was after the bubble. But anyways, Wayne Ellington points overs and 3-point overs were all very low, and I'm a Pistons fan, so I noticed that he was hot. So I got Frankie on it. I got our other roommate on it. We were hitting it. And it was like 3-4 nights in a row it hit, and we were living great. But we were only doing like a unit. And then one night, we decided, let's go fucking big, which is where we fucked up. You should never increase because you never know what's going to end because you know you're going to take that bet until it loses. So why not just keep doing one unit? Why not just do one unit until it dies? But no. Tubbs went all in, and he didn't play the second half for Golden State, finished with 3 points when we needed him to get 17.
Yeah.
That's the other thing, too. The books are going to pick up on that, and they're going to bump it up and up and up until it loses. So
the one time that I've seen that they didn't really pick up was when the Blackhawks were hitting their overs.
Yep.
They hit it over in like 22 straight games. That's the only time that I didn't see the books pick up on it. But there's two things that are different about it. Exactly. It's hockey. And they were also scoring like 9-10 a game total. So like you can't just set an over at like 9.
Yeah, if you put it at 9, people are going to hammer the under, and it's probably going to hit.
Yeah.
All right, honorable mentions. I had some good ones. So I had betting dumb Super Bowl props. That was the one. It was too generic.
Yeah, I had betting every Super Bowl novelty prop.
Betting on Snoop Dogg to smoke a joint on stage, or betting on the Gatorade color. May or may not have done that.
Gatorade color is sick.
As long as you're not doing dumb size bet, like if you're throwing $5 on a Gatorade color, who cares? Because if you hit purple, then yeah, you turn $5 into 40. But if it's clear or blue, like the favorite,
what's the most you've ever thrown on a Gatorade color bet?
I had 20 this year, but it hit.
Oh, okay. So it's fine.
Yep. I did 20 on like 3 colors, and I ended up making, since the lowest odds won, or I guess that'd be the highest. How would you say that? The highest plus hit, I ended up making like $40. I think it was like 20 for 100, but I had 60 out.
Yeah, so it's not as bad.
But I'll never do that again. I also hit OBJ first touchdown.
Until February
I did very well. I did very well this last Super Bowl. I hit OBJ first touchdown, $25.
I'm glad you did good because I did not.
Yeah, my props did shit, but I hit that OBJ first touchdown. That made my night. And I had the Rams. So.
I also had betting on weird sports like the KBO, but you kind of took that one. Yep. I had paying for picks. Yep. I think that's kind of a Degen move.
To go along with that, I said finding a sharp on Twitter, unless his name is TGB. Shout out to our boy. Everybody else, like, they get hot for a little bit, and all of a sudden they're a Twitter sharp, and they get a bunch of followers, and then they go cold. It always happens. But TGB is fucking steady. That dude puts the fucking work in. And he doesn't charge for his picks.
True. I had saying it's only X amount of dollars. Like going to deposit into your account. You're like, you know what? It's on. Hey, now.
Sorry. Didn't mean to cut you off there.
But no, like
that's why we're best friends.
Deposit,
we're on the same goddamn.
Going to deposit into your account. You're like, you know what? It's only $50. I'll be okay.
Yep.
Or using the word lock.
Or I just thought of this one too. You start to think like how many hours you have to work to get that money back.
I've never done that actually, but
I haven't either. But I imagine that if that happens, that's pretty bad. Especially if you're doing the math, like 3.6 hours until I make this money back. That's only half a day.
Yep. Random horse races on a Saturday morning,
especially when you win and the horse gets DQ'd.
Yeah, personal experience. That was rough.
Tough there. We were very excited.
I don't know if I've bet on live horses since then, to be honest with you.
Another one, betting on fake camels. This is pretty much just Bass Frankie. Oh, my God.
The new thing is going to be ostriches. I don't know if you've seen that.
At least those are real ostriches, though. They're real. You bet on fake camels.
Yeah, but... Okay, I bet on fake horses too.
I think we were plastered that night, though. I don't think that was I think you did it sober, but it started drunk.
I've done it quite a bit. I'm not gonna lie, but
all right. I also had betting on Hawaii at midnight.
Staying up at the West Coast games.
I did have. Here's what mine said on my notes exactly. Thinking you made a spreadsheet that's better than Vegas. Yep.
Well, I
Also
never
had-
thought it was better than Vegas, but
I also had not having bankroll management and no unit sizes.
yeah. I
Like,
also had
At least establish a unit so you can say, oh, I put 3 units on this. It doesn't matter what
Yeah.
you're betting. You just got to be able to establish units.
We
Don't put
support-
fucking 17s. Oh, also, using the rest of your account on some dumb parlay. That's pretty bad.
we
I
support
think everybody
responsible
does that at
gambling
least
here.
once, though.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
My last couple ones I had making bets on normal life things like over under 40 beers this weekend. I also had you can't golf without money on it.
Fuck you.
What?
Fuck you.
I also had you can't golf without money on it. See, but that one's tough because like it just
I mean,
makes
if
the
you're
game more
doing
fun,
you're doing ridiculous amounts of money, yes, that's a problem. But if you're saying $10
yeah,
or buy a beer at the bar, like that's
yeah,
different.
yeah.
It's
And
literally,
then
comes down to if you're just responsible. Like I only bet what I can afford.
Yeah. Then my last one I had was saying you're going to take a break, and then your break only lasts about 24 hours. Which
Yep, at you.
I did this week. So that's
I
a
also
lot
think
on those.
justifying your betting by saying that you're being responsible and only betting what you can afford at myself.
But then just responsibly keep depositing. Yeah.
Yep. Or, we should also do signs that you're a responsible gambler. Like
I don't know enough of those.
knowing that you are not doing very well in MLB, so you say you're taking a break till football season. At myself. Very smart.
I bet you that you can't make it till football season.
How
No,
much?
that's a sign of you're degenerate.
It's not a degenerate. I'll bet you right now. And that's a
I
lock,
literally
man.
just said
I literally
making bets
don't-
on normal life things.
Yeah, that's true. or saying
This felt-
or saying wanna bet all the fucking time.
Yeah. Yeah. I have to say, this felt more like an intervention, but it was relieving.
It felt good to get it off the chest. And we're not behind on fucking rent or car payments. Like we're responsible.
Not
We're
yet.
good people. Not yet, We're not fucking borrowing money. I saw a story about this guy that he was in college and he had divorced parents. So he would tell one parent that the other parent didn't give him his money for the month, so then they'd give extra. And then he would tell the other parent, hey, they didn't give me money, and he'd get
That's
extra,
smart
and he
as
would
hell.
just bet it. Or he'd say,
Smart as hell.
hey, my work paycheck is behind, can you shoot me this much? And then he would just bet with it. And that's a sign. Now
Yeah, that's tough.
that dude's actually a sharp, in quotes, on Twitter now.
We forgot the original one that we thought of at the bar when we came up with this. We didn't even mention it.
I think there's a reason we forgot. Or I forgot. I was
Oh.
fucked up.
Yeah.
What is it?
It was the thing about pull tabs.
Oh, yeah. Keep fucking ripping the same row of pull tabs and saying we're due, and now all of a sudden you're down $40.
Asking your friends for $10 to go hit the pull tabs.
Saying you'll Venmo them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Asking your friends for a loan for pull tabs.
I mean, it's not a loan if you pay them that night, though. I paid you right away. Or not you, I
No,
paid
I
your
know.
girlfriend, actually. That's even more of a sign. That's what it was. It was asking your girlfriend, or asking your best friend's girlfriend for $20 to go hit the pull tabs and then Venmo. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Or having a pile of pull tabs that are not winners so big that it doesn't fit in the bucket given to you by the bar.
This is also true, yes.
Yeah. I have a pull tab problem. I don't have a gambling problem. I have a pull tab problem.
Yeah, it's tough. All right, let's wrap this up.
All right, my question for you this week. Holy shit, we're at an hour and 3 minutes. I mean, it was a great episode. Fuck you guys.
It was
Love you
great.
guys. All right, my question for you this week. With the Mega Millions being so high last week, obviously, neither of us won it. Wah, wah. Some dude in Illinois is living my dream. He didn't have to go to work today.
Yeah.
Good for him. But what's the first thing you buy if you win the lottery? What's the first thing you buy/do?
Well, the first thing I would do is get a lawyer and a financial advisor, and then
Yep, very smart.
being in Michigan. So actually, I found this out last week because the Mega Millions was so high. I was playing it, and I was like, man, like I don't want everybody to know. Like if I won, I want to claim it anonymously. So in Michigan, you actually can't claim it anonymously, but you know what you can do?
Oh,
You can set up a trust and claim it under your trust, which then is not under your name. So those are the first 3 things that I'm doing.
Oh, that's good to know for the future when I'm going to win it.
Exactly.
That's another sign you're degenerate, saying you're going to win the lottery.
Yeah.
Yeah, yikes. That's
Lottery's
smart,
kind of
though.
a scam.
I didn't know you. That's kind of fucked up that you can't claim it anonymously, because I wouldn't want anybody
Right?
to know. Then all of a sudden, you
there's
got
like
people
certain
hitting you
states
up
where
and
you
you're
can
like, no,
and
bro.
certain ones you can't.
Yeah, see, I'd do that. I'd set up the trust. That's why you get the lawyer, though, because they know that shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
So
smart. Now, what's your first purchase, though? Once you're all set up, lawyers got everything all set, you get your first... Do you take the lump sum or you take the payments?
lump sum. 100%.
Ooh, dumb. You are
No,
stupid.
I'm taking the lump sum given.
Lump sum is less money, and you're an idiot.
No, so here's
Dude,
here
you
was my
take the
thought.
payments and you put half of it into an account that's going to make you way more money over time.
Yeah,
oh my
but
God, I can't believe I'm
money,
so disappointed
no,
in you.
No. Money now is better than money later. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
No, because you get it
You're-
all now.
dude,
you don't
you're
have to worry about
responsible.
anything changing.
That's
no.
how all these fucking lottery winners go broke
No,
and they're
because I'm
fucking
not
homeless.
going to be dumb about
They
it.
take the lump
Here's
sum.
I have a whole plan.
You know what they say? They say if you're over 40, you take the lump sum, but if you're under 40, you take the payments. That's what they say.
No, I have a whole plan because I broke it down, actually. So if we
he was
would have
ready to
won the
win this.
1.28, if we would have won the 1.28, if one of it,
You would
if I would have won the, no. If I would
Would
have
you
won the
have retired me?
1.28, no. Well, maybe.
Wow, I would have retired you. Damn.
Not the day I received the cash, but maybe in the future.
That's so fun.
No, I would have taken the 1.28 billion. So you would have got what, 650 mil?
Exactly, dude.
After
you lose
taxes?
half.
No, so what I'm
Half.
doing, financial advisor, lawyer, trust, all that, claiming it, paying off my parents' house, cars, whatever, getting them all set. And
You retire
then,
your parents?
absolutely.
Okay, all right.
They
At least
deserve
you're
it.
not that much of a fucking scumbag. I mean, I would have retired my best friend, but fuck.
And then
Fuck
I'm probably
me, right? Maybe
keeping
I'm too much of a nice guy.
I'm probably
Nice guys
keeping like
never
10
win.
mil out for myself, taking the rest of it, giving it to my financial advisor and saying, invest this, make me money. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, but how do you trust somebody with that much fucking money? Like, there's so
Well,
many
I'd probably
cases
get multiple and split it up.
Okay. You know what I would have done?
What?
I would have taken the fucking payments because it's smart, and I would have got a financial advisor, but I would have got a financial advisor that I know, and I know somebody that would not fuck me because they just wouldn't. Get the lawyer, like you said, all that shit. Then I would have retired my best friend, and I would have retired my parents. Probably would have set my grandma up pretty well. You know, there'd be some decisions with some other people.
How much would it take to retire you?
Me?
If you knew I had that kind of money.
20 mil. Is that reaction for
Asking
a lot?
for a
or
lot.
Little.
It's asking for a lot.
If you get 680 mil, that's fucking pennies to you.
Yeah.
I could probably make it work.
I'd probably
15
give
mil.
you-
I mean, you can. Put,
I'd give you
dude, like, I
5.
would put. Oh, 5. That's kind of tough. I mean,
Dude.
anything is good, but I would literally retire you. Now, if you started making dumb decisions and you blow all your money and you're like, bro, I need more money, you're dead to me. But winning the lottery is like fucking double-edged sword because it's great. Yeah, you got all this money and you get to live however you want. But, dude, the amount of people that are like, hey, remember? Like, I was so great to you. And, like, how do you, like, for me, how do you meet a female that's not just with you for the money? You know what I mean? I feel like you got to
Yeah.
hide that shit.
Yeah. But, yeah, I don't know.
All right. That's enough on that, I guess. Fuck. That was a fun talk, though. All right.
That
Well,
was.
hey, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this episode. It was definitely my favorite so far. Be sure to like, subscribe, turn on our notifications, leave a review. Check out the Twitter and the TikTok. I'm going ham in Jeff Passan's replies. Got big things on the TikTok.
Big reply
We're
guy
gonna
over
figure
here.
out. We're gonna figure out how to record our Discord here, so you can have some videos of us chatting in person, all our hand signals. But anyways, have a great weekend. Hit some tanks. Let's adore some tutties. We'll see you next week.
Peace.